Oh, boy. Whew. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. I have been on the road today, put in close to 300 miles driving, replaced the garbage disposal, fixed the crib, looked at a kitchen and a bunch of other stuff, and did all the driving. And actually got up at 5 this morning to finish a rack. I was hoping to do something special, but unfortunately they were feeling a little under the weather, so we'll have to get a rain check for it. But did some good stuff today, and I feel good about it. I wish I had been home to do stuff here in my workshop and do my videos and stuff, but I am tired. And right here, it's kind of crazy yesterday. After we signed Geno Atkins, whoa! I was showing you guys this headset rack that I'm doing for clearance that I'm going to have on the site. And, you know, I start doing one thing and then it starts leading to another. And for the fun of it, I was actually making this. It's out of wood. It's actually, I've still got to finish it. I've got to put a couple more coats of paint on it. But I thought it was kind of cool. And since we were having such a nice time that the Cowboys had actually signed somebody, that I said, and people were super chatting like crazy. So what I said we would do was anybody who became a member yesterday, today, and tomorrow, or did a super chat yesterday, today, or tomorrow night during our live stream. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we do our live stream. We're going to draw one of those people, and we're going to go ahead and you will get the very first, wait for it, you guys named it. You guys named it the Joe Barty Trophy. That's right. The very first Joe Barty Trophy, handcrafted by these hands here at Jobu's workshop. And it got to be crazy because Christian ended up doing a huge super chat. He's like, look, just give it to me. So I'm making one for him, and then I've got emails from people that said, I want one. So I'm going to figure out how much time and materials go into this, and we'll put it onto our website. Okay, so if you want to get in on that, you can get in on that tomorrow night, and I'll post the winner's name in the community tab after our live stream tomorrow night. Forgive me, I'm a little delirious. I'm kind of tired today. I've been going 1,000 miles an hour trying to get so much stuff done before next Sunday. Next Sunday, I got to do something big. It's going to be great. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be great. It's going to take quite a few days, and it's a secret. But you'll go along for the ride. You will definitely be along for the ride, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But I'm looking forward to it, but I know it's not going to be easy. So right now, the Dallas Cowboys, whose philosophy has been for a long time, signing their own. They believe in the players that they brought in and keeping them more so than free agents. They usually don't spend a lot of money in free agency. There's been a lot of speculation about Jaylon Smith. You know, a lot of fans are like, get rid of Jaylon Smith. We're overpaying him and everything else. You know, people thought, well, maybe Jaylon Smith gets cut, you know, or maybe we try and trade him. Trading him. Excuse me. You're not going to be able to trade him. That's the thing that it's almost crazy, because this is why I hate fantasy football. It rots your brain. Everybody thinks that, oh, well, you can just take a guy who's underperforming in our team and we can just trade him for the best player in football. Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. Although I heard Nick Foles is close to being traded, and it looks like the Eagles are going to probably end up I don't know what happened with Zach Ertz. I guess they didn't get him traded. Did they cut him? I'll have to check the wires. Like I said, I've been so busy running around today, I haven't really been able to check much. But Jaylon Smith, Zeke Elliott's, both of their money is fully guaranteed now. So they're not going anywhere. And I don't necessarily have a problem. I think Zeke Elliott had a bad year. At least the thing that I look at is this. When you think about Todd Gurley, for example, Todd Gurley went downhill quick. But Todd Gurley had an injury. He had a problem with his knee. His knee was getting arthritic. You could point to that and say, that's the reason why he's going downhill, because he's got an arthritic knee. I got 2 arthritic knees, and as you can see, I'm not in the NFL running the football. So you can imagine why he went downhill. You can look at Zeke Elliott's performance this past year. I think that he had a little bit of COVID carrying through. B, we had a crappy offensive line. Offensive line was terrible. We lost Tyron Smith. Lyle Collins never got out the blocks. We started how many rookie offensive linemen? We had the governor, Connor McGovern, start his first game this year. We had Terrence Steele start, 13 games? We had Brandon McKnight start games. We had Cam Irvin start games. We had Tyler Badish, who we didn't know he was going to hit the field, start half the season. And with that, you really couldn't look and say there was a great offensive line full of holes to run in. So I think Zeke Elliott will bounce back because he's already, working and getting in shape and definitely hungry about his position. I don't see him being as bad as last year. And if we can get him to play, 25% better, hey, we're in great shape. And having Dak in an offensive line would definitely help do that. I think Jaylon Smith not having to change defenses as radically as we did last year will make a difference. I also believe that if you believe where we're looking as far as the draft goes, people are saying, we've got it narrowed down to Kyle Pitts or Patrick Surtain. If it ends up being that Kyle Pitts gets drafted by the Eagles like Philly 500 wants, and Patrick Surtain is there for the Cowboys, we know that there'll probably be 4 or 5 quarterbacks taken before us, and we don't have the opportunity to trade back. If you get Patrick Surtain and you have Keanu Neal playing weak side linebacker, that's going to light a fire, I believe, under Jaylon Smith's ass, that you got to perform or your ass ain't going to be here or on the field. I personally like competition. I don't like people to feel too comfortable. I like to have people have to look over their shoulders and say, this mother humper is coming for my job. I better step it up to make sure he can't get on the field. That's what I like. In fact, that's the way I live every day. I live scared. I live worried. I worry about the next guy that's coming for my job, for my channel, for my views, for my fans. That's why I work hard, because I ain't trying to let nobody else take what I got. Broke ass media, we work hard to keep what we got. And I think that these guys will rebound. Now, I could be 100% wrong, and I'm okay with that. Now, in the second part of this, there are guys that are out there. Teams are releasing players. There's players that are named players. There's Geno Atkins. And Geno Atkins had a labrum tear in training camp that he finally got operated on, I think, in December. This is what D-Law was dealing with. The difference with D-Law was dealing with a contract dispute. D-Law waited until after he got his contract signed in April before he got his operated on, in which case he couldn't lift weights and do all the stuff that you would expect him to be doing getting ready for the season. In fact, he was on the PUP list to start training camp. And it wasn't until like the second or the last week of training camp that he was actually able to start practicing. And originally the prognosis was he may not be ready for the first game. And you know that was a problem for him during the whole season. So if we're talking about a guy like Geno Atkins, who, let me back this up now, didn't play really in 2020, a couple of plays. 2019, his numbers have been reduced from where they'd been. We're talking about a guy who's been an 8-time Pro Bowler. He's had enough time for that shoulder to be operated on and to heal to be ready for OTAs. The question would be is, do you want to take a flyer on a guy who's getting older, coming off an injury, having come down? You can at least kick the tires, because part of the problem you have right now is so many players were hurt last year. Big name players. I mean, think about Von Miller. Didn't make it to the season. You're going to have to gamble on some guys that have been hurt and hopefully were hurt early enough that they've had plenty of time to recover. That's just the nature of what happened in 2020 without OTAs and without the training camp being normal in preseason games. In fact, Hooker, the reason why Hooker is not signed the deal already is because he was injured. DeAndre K-Knee, he tore his Achilles tendon. He's coming in to get looked at. So the question is, can you bring him in on the cheap and try him out? I think it's worth it. You're not having to give up any draft picks. You don't have to pay him and give up a roster spot. So that's where we are now. So again, tomorrow night, live stream, start 9 o'clock. We will be giving away the very first, the original one, the conceptual piece, hopefully the piece that launches 1,000 of these, numero uno, during our live stream, which means I got to finish this up tomorrow. I got to sand it and paint it another coat. Whew. The work is never done, y'all. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm going to bed early tonight. I'm tired, boss. And it's too damn hot.